All right, so we're talking about the side saddle. This one's an Archangel side saddle. It's pretty good. The thing with side saddles, guys, that I've noticed is when it gets hot, the actual retention on these is it sucks. I know these have retention, and I haven't screwed them in. They got a little screw down here. See if I can get it for you. See these little screws right here that are in the back. Those are to tighten up the tension, and I haven't done so, but I will tighten them up and see how they work. When it's cold, and right now it is pretty chilly, but when it's cold, they feel really nice and soft, firm. And I have shot about 100 rounds right now with it on, and what happens is one goes up, one comes down. It's just random, they don't stay even. So you see this one moves a little bit freely. So that's the issue with side saddles. In a home defense situation, would I be worried about them moving? Probably not. I'm gonna be shooting, a few rounds maybe, hopefully, and that'll end the fight. But when you're out here shooting a lot, this does get annoying. So I don't know if that's a concern for you. This is a Mossberg 88. It's I got it at a pretty good deal, and there it is with the flashlight. The mount works pretty nice. It has a little Picatinny there in case you want to mount something else. I guess a laser or something. I wouldn't. All right, so what do I think of the side saddle overall? I think it's a good alternative to carry rounds on a simple platform, but yet it doesn't have the capacity to really be chambered in anything other than 6 rounds. This is an 18.5-inch barrel, but the magazine tube falls short, and I could only load 5 in the magazine tube. But it's a self-defense situation type firearm. It's a gun that I know that I would never ever reload under stress in a home defense situation. 6 rounds is pretty nice to have. It is loaded now. In the chamber, I have a 3-inch 15 pellet double aught buck, and I have 3 double aught buck rounds there. Also, those would be the next rounds, and then at the end, I have these 300 grain Hornady projectiles that are pretty nasty. I don't know what they do ballistically, but they look pretty nasty. I wouldn't want to be shot with them. But my first round will be a 3-inch 15 pellet Winchester round. And then I have a variety of rounds here. I got some birdshot, more of the Hornady rounds of these. Got 3 more, and then 2 of the PDX slugs, which has a 1-ounce slug, and 3 projectiles, which are double aught buck. And so side saddles, they're good, but when it gets hot, the rubber starts getting a little loose. I've always said I never found a really good side saddle. But this is good enough for what it is. If I'm gonna grab this gun in the middle of the night, I'm gonna grab it and start laying rounds. Hopefully on a bad guy, but hopefully I never use it. I would hate to have to use my shotgun one day on a human. I really wish that doesn't happen. But if it does, I know I have extra rounds up here if I need them. Hopefully, and I don't believe in the sound of racking it to be that of a deter for anybody wanting to really do you harm. So don't rack your gun at night. Keep it loaded 100%. I believe in advocating that. And so, yeah, there it is, side saddle. It's just not for running and gunning. You can train with it and stuff like that. And this has a retention screw, which I showed you guys during the day. The retention screws right there, and you can make them tighter. But when this is cold, it's pretty stiff. So, and I'm gonna leave it like that because if I use this, it would be cold, probably in the middle of the night. Even if it's summer, it's still considered cold. You're not out in the sun where the sun's making the shells a little bit with some lubricity, you know, and then the rubber contracting and expanding. So, all right, guys. So side saddles, there it is. There's my take on it. And this is the Archangel side saddle, which is a pretty nice side saddle. Fits 7 rounds pretty comfortably. My hand doesn't get in the way when I rack it, or it doesn't really bother me. I can still see my beat sight pretty nice, and I like it for what it is. You know, it gets annoying at the range, but you know that I'm not. This is not a range toy or firearm for that matter. So, all right, guys. Yeah, guys, have a good one. Appreciate everybody watching.